Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to warmly welcome you to the Belfast Register Office at the City Hall and to this very important and special occasion for Gerry and Rosie. It's good to see you all here today to join in their celebrations. Now, at this point, I'm going to ask Karen if she would like to come and do her reading for us, please.
Take a seat, yeah. Oh, stand.
You're sent to the show today.
Okay.
Do you want to sit?
No.
Thank all you guys for coming. It really is a sight. But in case you don't know these two, then let me put you right. Gerry never leaves the seat up, unlike his wife-to-be. He doesn't leave towels upon the floor, not like his dear Rosie. The toothpaste lid is always on, but only when Gerry puts it on. He always shuts the bathroom door. Her excuse, her wee legs won't touch the floor. He'll talk until the cows come home, but won't admit when he is wrong. Now, when it comes to Rosie, that girl is really fit. A day is not a day, she says, without 10k on her Fitbit. He romances her with completed meals or something of that ilk. He even knows her favourite food, which she likes to take with milk. For those of you who are interested in Rosie's favourite bite, it's in the M&S at Family Hack, the third shelf on the right. On the one hand, he's pig-headed, and there's times she just won't budge. She said that when she met him, he was the perfect catch, and I'm sure like me, you'll all agree that they're such a brilliant match. He'll be more than just her husband, he'll also be her friend, and she'll be more than just a wife to him, she'll be his soulmate to the end.
Yes.
She was shaking.
I know.
Don't think I can follow that one. My name is Sarah, and I am the Deputy Registrar of Marriages for the District of Belfast. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of one man with one woman, voluntarily entered into to the exclusion of all others. Now, William, who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I do.
Perfect.
Close you guys. Okay.
Would you like to set your flowers down? You can face each other. Okay, whatever you're comfortable with.
Tell.
So, Gerry, if I can get you to repeat after me first of all, okay?
Okay.
I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Gerry,
why I, Gerry,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Rosie.
to Rosie.
And Rosie, can you repeat for me? I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Rosie,
why I, Rosie,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Gerry.
to Gerry.
Perfect. And Gerry, can you repeat again for me?
Sure.
I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness that I, Gerry,
to witness that I, Gerry,
do take you, Rosie,
do take you, Rosie,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Don't you start crying.
Rosie,
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness that I, Rosie,
to witness that I, Rosie,
do take you, Gerry,
do take thee, Gerry,
to be
you,
my,
Gerry,
Alright, close it up, to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
Thank you.
Perfect. Now, Rosie has asked me to add in a wee extra vow. Gerry seemingly didn't know this until today.
I forgot.
Legal advice, right?
We're going
Yes,
to do
please.
that next. Okay, so Gerry, I'm going to ask it to you as a question, okay? And then just give me an answer at the end. Will you solemnly promise that you will always protect Rosie with your utmost care, that you will honour and cherish her in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, and that in all things you will be to her a faithful and loving husband?
I will.
And Rosie, will you solemnly promise that you will always protect Gerry with your utmost care, that you will honour and cherish him in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, and that in all things you will be to him a faithful and loving wife.
I will.
And obey.
I obey. I don't obey that.
See, now at this stage I'm going to ask Martin to come up for me, please. Okay, and Martin, if you can give Rosie's ring to Gerry for me first of all.
Oops. Which way?
Okay.
Yep.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and of our marriage today.
and of our marriage today. Do you want to do that?
Just push it on.
There we go. Perfect. There we go.
There we go.
No, not
Oh,
yet.
no.
It's not long, I promise. Now, Rosie, again, just repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and of our marriage today.
and of our marriage today.
Please. Cheers, Martin. There we go.
As a token of the contract into which you've entered, these rings are both given and received. By virtue of the covenants made in my presence as the Deputy Registrar of Marriages, and before these witnesses, I declare that you, Jared Brendan Daly, and you, Rosemary Denise McCrae, are now joined together in matrimony in accordance with the law. You may now kiss your bride.
Okay, yeah. Remember what I said. There we go. Pen. You want the pen? That might be.
You got it right?
Should we just behind where the car
Blow me a kiss from across the room. Say I look nice when I'm lost. And touch my hair as you pass my chair. Little things mean a lot. Give me your arm as we cross the street. Only at 6 on
1,
the
2,
dot.
5. I am smiling. See,
What
one of
a
you two guys,
day
give somebody a
when
cup.
you're far
Wow,
away.
and
Little things.
you don't know where she's been. That's much earlier.
You don't have to buy me diamonds and pearls, champagne, sables and such. I never cared much for diamonds and pearls, 'cause honestly, honey, they just cost money. Give me your hand when I'm lost away. Give me your heart to rely on. Whether the day is bright or grey, give me your shoulder to cry on. Send me the warmth of a secret smile to show me you haven't forgotten. Always and ever, that's now and forever. Little things mean a lot. Give me your hand when I'm lost away. Give me your heart to rely on. Whether secret smile.
Thank you.
To show me you haven't
That's
forgotten.
the first disagreement we've had.
Always and ever, now and forever. Little things mean a lot.
First victorious.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the bride.
Well, guys, here it is. I do have to say, guys, I'm not used to speaking to a pack of old people. This time on a Thursday, I'm usually teaching sums to 11-year-olds.
Harder job over here.
But first of all, I'd like to, and also a new thing for me is I'm actually getting to speak before my husband.
That's the first for us all.
It is. I know. It was very clear from the beginning how important Gerry's children were to him and what a good dad he is, and I thank you for all your support that you have given us both. And now to my wedding planners. Each of them have helped me make this day happen with such short notice. Nothing was a bother to them, and they did it with no complaints. I'd also like to thank Tara. And to all the girls who made last Saturday very memorable. For those of you who don't know, I met Gerry 13 and a half years ago at a wedding. I was a guest of the groom, and Gerry was a guest of the bride. As I was walking out of the church, Glenn, the groom, told me he had the man for me. And Glenn proceeded to tell me some of Gerry's attributes.
I couldn't talk long.
Fantastic golfer. Good looking. Good crack at a party animal. But the downside was, if he was chocolate, he would eat himself. Glenn got it right, and here we are, after he proposed to me on a wet, blowy Sunday afternoon on the 17th tee box at Ballycastle, with the fabulous tinfoil ring. And all I have to say is, Gerry, you have to go look at me. I am delighted to be your wife. We have had a great time together, and ti amo mucho. Eres mi todo.
As you all know, I'm the brother of the bride. And whilst I'm sure that Gerry and best man Martin are desperate to stand up and give their own speeches, it is my privilege to at least be second in line. Firstly, on behalf of our parents, I would like to welcome and thank every one of you for joining us in celebrating Rosie and Gerry's wedding day. I would like to say a massive thank you to everyone involved in making today so special. I know that Rosie and Gerry have put a lot of effort and time into planning a relaxed and enjoyable celebration. And I'm sure that you will all agree with me today that the day has gone very well so far. As I have the pleasure of the first speech as such, I get the first to be officially to say how beautiful you look today, Rosemary. And just that there's no favouritism, Gerry, you're not looking too bad yourself.
Okay.
I know Dad would have felt chuffed and to have walked you down the aisle today. I feel so proud that you gave me the privilege of being able to witness both of you exchanging your vows today. One of the disadvantages of having your brother give you away, Rosemary, I know many, many more embarrassing stories about you than your dad ever would. Rosie, what can I say about you? As most brothers know with an older sister, they know how to boss you about. Just think, Rosemary, those years of bossing me, your sister Pamela, and other brother Groom, has certainly been of benefit in your career today. The only difference is you're bossing children instead of us. Your driving skills, to say the least, are legendary. But you started driving from an early age. We were both playing outside at the time, and somehow we ended up in our parents' car. And of course, Rosie was in the driving seat. Somehow he managed to get the car out of gear and the handbrake off. My mother was upstairs at the time and was looking out of the window, and she saw the car going backwards down the yard. Panicked, as she said, she just lost an extra year of her life in that moment because she knew we were outside. The next thing, the car started to turn. Rosie was standing on the driver's seat, both hands firmly on the steering wheel. We eventually ended up in the stop by the wall at the bottom of the yard. And as my mother came out, she was more worried, where was I? There I was, sitting in the passenger seat. Rosie has always been like a whirlwind, with unbounded energy and a love of life, and is still like that today. But that's what we as a family love about her. Gerry, you're not getting off either. What I've come to see in you is your organising and planning skills plus attention to detail. A number of years ago, you organised a 50th birthday for Rosemary. Planned without her knowledge, which is not easy. Including a PowerPoint presentation of Rosie throughout the years. Now, it was an excellent night. Your house didn't look the same in the morning, but it was an excellent night. But there was one thing wrong. You did it too well. You set the benchmark so high for the rest of us that it was so hard to plan for special occasions for our own family. You're not finished yet. On another occasion, Pamela's 50th. Gerry produced the guitar. Sheets of music arrived. Friend of Pamela's, Molly on fiddle. And the music played till the wee small hours. My wife has often said I could talk for Ireland, so on that note, I think I've spoken for long enough. So I'd like to propose a toast to my sister Rosemary and husband Gerry, the bride and groom. So please stand, raise your glasses. I mean the toast, bride and groom. Thank you, Gerry.
Gerry, Jelly the groom.
Thank you.
Guys, could I ask you just to set the scene? Could you all have a look at the menu, and on the left-hand side have a read at the few words are there? The first thing where I want to start is to apologise. Apologise for the fact that it's taken so long to get to this stage today. I overheard some of the guests this morning speculating as to where the blame actually lay. The road to get here was not easy, I can assure you. Firstly, there was my choice of a lawyer. Then there were my many friends, of whom quite a few are here today. And as a result of being pressurised, the more pressure was put on me, the more I dug in and said, never. I had many offers. The three musketeers, Claire and Karen and Mary, to actually go to Malcolm's, the jewellers, on my behalf. We even had Martin volunteering to do that on one of his many visits, usually at about 5:25 on Christmas Eve. For the last 13 years, almost every night, every social night, when I've been out with you guys and various combinations of you, it has ended up with a rendition, "Ach, you will, you will, you will." But the true responsibility lies at Rosie's feet. Her indecisiveness explains a lot. For example, the story of the actual engagement. We went to Ballycastle, we played up to the 11th hole, and we got then from the 11th on to the 17th hole. We weren't able to play down the 17th, but we sat on what is now the infamous bench. Thank you. This is a bench that about 5 or 6 years ago, Rosie announced that I was either to spread her ashes on the 17th tee, or I was to propose to her. So I built up the courage that particular day, and I posed a question. And I asked Rosie, did she want to marry me? It was a fact-finding question. The response I got was, I don't know. So, had she answered the question with an answer, we'd have been here a lot of weeks ago. Rosie's already mentioned that we met some 13, 14 years ago at the wedding of one of our colleagues, and indeed one of mine. And my colleague, Libby, said to me that I've got the girl for you. At that stage, instead of focusing on their own wedding, they were wanting to get to a situation of introducing ourselves. They didn't actually point us out at that juncture, so it was a case of guessing the rest of the day, which meant I had to talk to every woman in the room. Right, Kristen? As Libby had explained, the perfect girl, no baggage, no children, never married, and on top of that she plays golf. Well, that was an understatement, because this is the smallest, biggest bandit. And she was a total bandit even back then, and has continued to be so. I knew at that stage there was something wasn't right. This was in the summer of 2001? Three.
Who's counting, Jack?
She's clearly forgot that no contradiction rule already, but however. After a week or two, I personally realised what side my bread was buttered on. If I start crying here, forgive me. I could golf, I could drink, and I could do whatever I liked, basically. And it was like being single again. Brilliant. And so life went on, and we holidayed together. And golf was a major feature in that, as you all probably realised. And for me, I realised what a catch. Again, in terms of trying to understand the delay here, what pushed me over the edge was the behaviour of some of my mates, and in particular, some who were single, or at least thought they were. Right, Mark? And Albert? And Albert. Let's start with Mark. Mark has an obsession, I think is the only word I can think of this, of recounting the story with dancing with Rosie one night in Cliftonville Golf Club. Would you care to fill in the details?
Take the fifth, Mark. Quickest divorce ever.
I'll go to somebody else's time. Anyway, a few weeks ago, I opened up to Rosie and told her that I loved her despite all her faults. she,
I don't think you ain't tried yet. You're all right. Rosie, whatever, right?
she is my soulmate. She has the ability, and this is no mean feat, to keep me under control. And most of all, I think everybody in this room knows this, she has the ability to soak up my non-stop winding her up. Most people would have run away a long time ago. She is the most practically minded person I've ever come across. And if something is to be done, she does it. Now, we've been together 13 years, and to be honest, I have hardly used any of my DIY skills.
Sorry, you haven't? No.
So, it is a pleasure to be standing here today, and I'm delighted to call Rosie my current wife. Now, I have a few people to thank here, but please forgive me if I miss any. First of all, there's my children, and I want to thank them for all their support and, encouragement, I suppose, in relation to the run-up to today in particular. I have a live-in, not quite live-in, but almost full-time babysitter. It's just Dominique when Rosie had to go back to work. I also want to thank their mum. Excuse me, for all the love and support she has shown me up to today. She's been a star. And I know my current wife won't mind. Then there's all you guys for your words of support and encouragement over the years. And to be honest, I'm pretty much over the blackmailing and the cajoling. Then there's my son Martin. No, my son Tony. And Martin. I don't know. An adoption agency, all like the same. The three of us constituted my stag in Spain there 2 weeks or so ago. And, well, let's put it this way. The three of us played golf. After golf, I was exhausted and had to go to bed. And the two of them went out and had a stag. Tara, I assume you know this, but if you don't, please stay calm. Martin has agreed to adopt me. Unbelievable, given the fact I have 5 kids already.
How quick can you emancipate?
Thank you, Tara, in particular, because I suspect you'll be doing most of the work. Then I want to thank the dream team, which Claire, Mary and Karen, who probably more than most pressurized me to pop the question. There is one other person here who I want to thank. Where's the coach? Oh, there he is. The other day, last week, I had found myself in a situation where I had to go to the Mater Hospital and I had to have an MRI scan if I got the consultant to tell me I needed one. There was a 14-hour waiting list in the Mater Casualty Department, which was the only way I could be done that day. And I just happened to be talking to Jim, and when I told him what I had to go and get an MRI scan, I can't use the words that he used, but he said, "You have no chance." 2-3 phone calls later, he told me to meet him down there. He got us in through the security and parking at the front door. He got me right through triage and various prelim tests, and the next thing, I'm talking to a consultant. Well, I wasn't really talking to him because Jim was telling him what to do. I'll not tell you what examinations I had to go through that day, because we hadn't had our dinner. But I was back in my car driving down Carlisle Circus 1 hour later. Thank you, Jim.
It's great to know what you are.
Okay, I believe that's all that I want to say, and thank you for listening. I just need to finish with the toast. I just can't remember who it is I have to toast.
Current wife, Mr. Gerry.
My current wife. So, guys, if I could ask you all to be upstanding. No, you said. And to join with me in a toast to my wife. My beautiful wife, apparently. To Rosie. So, thank you, guys.
You've obviously met today and beforehand. I'm Tony. I'm Gerry's son. Obviously, fantastic being here today. Such a happy occasion. I was a start, as everyone else has. Rosie, you look fantastic today. So, I'm here. I'm representing my family, obviously, and like William, I'm representing both my grandfather and grandmother, and who sadly couldn't be here today. So I'm going to have to do a wee bit of reading, a few words from my grandfather, so bear with me a wee second. He's basically said, where are we? Dear Rosie and Gerry, we're sorry we can't be here today in person. We assure you that we are with you today in spirit. Gerry, you've been a wonderful son over the years. Kind, thoughtful and considerate. Fantastic joke, that. We're very proud of Gerry and all he has achieved, both professionally and personally, and most particularly his wonderful grandchildren and his own great-grandchild as well. Rosie, we're delighted to welcome you into the family. You're a fantastic influence on Gerry. And we see how you handle him, which is no mean task at least. But over the last few months, you've been above board. May God bless you both. Okay. Right, now back to myself. More important. Okay, so basically I want to say, Rosie, thank you very much for taking on with that. You're such a fantastic person. You're so happy, easygoing, unbelievably upbeat all the time. And more importantly, all of the Christmas dinners you allowed him to pass off as his own. Unbelievable. Dominic won't remember, but Daniel should. When Mum was in having Dominic, my dad sadly took over the cooking. Smash and tinned pie. For 2 weeks. Rosie, as well, you have to put up with his unsportsmanlike conduct on the golf course, putting you off at every turn. You must have been playing for something very important, which, if you want to tell us what it was today, because I never understood.
No.
No problem.
I know. You better not drink.
Well, at this point, obviously, it's traditional to start slagging my dad. But sadly, I've been informed by him today that I signed an agreement a number of years back that I'm not allowed to say anything. Now, I haven't seen this agreement, don't remember signing anything, but I'm not brave enough to go past that. So, I'll just say he was a fantastic father to all three of us, and an even better grandfather to his little grandson, Killian. At no point did he ever not step up to the plate and do anything that was needed of him. He always did what we asked, when we asked, and even if we didn't ask. Now, sadly, that also meant we had to deal with his OCD, his impulsive nature of fixing the cushions behind you while we're sitting on them.
Hold the men, put the starters.
At any point, you would always be told what to do, how to do it, and that you weren't doing it right even if you were doing what you were told. So, it was fantastic growing up with my dad, and he is fantastic to us, and I'm awesome until I say that. So I'd like to raise a glass to both the bride and the groom today and say, with Brendan knowing both of you, it's such a great influence, Rosie, you've been on him. You've softened him up rightly. And congratulations for today.
Thank you, guys. Well done. Tony, Billy.
There's two people who are very special to them both who haven't been able to make it because of previous commitments. Joel Taggart is one, and this is his message. Dear Gerry and Rosie, so sorry I can't be with you both today. I'm currently in Paris, the city of love, thinking of you both. Before you ask, Gerry, no, I'm not engaged again. Still waiting on that divorce coming through.
Gerry,
That's hardly surprising, though. After all, I did ask for your advice. At least I know how Rosie felt. I must go now, as I appreciate Martin is enough to get through today. Just finally, sorry once more I couldn't be with you both on your big day. You're both so very special. Hope you'll have lovely memories of today because of your lying on a DVD or photo from Albert. It will be out of focus. Love you both very, very much. Anyway, folks, look, I'm going to cut my speech a little bit short, just to get us on in the party mood. But look, as Rosie and Gerry are all such full of a sense of fun and laugh a lot, it reminded me of Basil Fawlty's line in Fawlty Towers when, trying to be romantic, he said to Sybil, "Sybil, do you remember when we first manacled together? We used to laugh a lot." "Yes, Basil," she replied, "but not at the same time." I think our collective advice to Rosie and Gerry tonight, this evening, is to continue laughing a lot, and here's hoping that you will do so mostly at the same time. But before we go and we hear the dulcet tones of Rory Nellis, I would like to propose, it's a bit of a corny wedding sort of toast, so bear with me. So can we all just please remain seated and raise your glass in hand. So here's to that moment of sweet repose when it's cheek to cheek and nose to nose. And after that moment of sublime delight, it's bum to bum for the rest of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, to Rosie and to Gerry.
Thumbs up. No, I don't want to dance. Thank you. No, I don't want to dance. Thank you.
Gerry now. Let Gerry sing it. Oh.
We got a kiss from across the room. Say I look nice when I'm not. Touch my hair as you pass my chair. Little things mean a lot.
Very good, Gerry. Yeah.
Give me your arm and sweep across the street.